Have you ever driven on a road that wasn't supposed to be there? In a small town, drivers have whispered about Road 61 for years. They say if you see its old black and white sign after midnight, don't stop, because the road doesn't always take you where you want to go. One rainy night, a truck driver named Daniel was driving home. It was almost 2 a.m. The highway was empty. No cars, no houses, just darkness and heavy rain. Then, Daniel saw a strange road sign. Road 61, 5 miles. He had never heard of Road 61 before, but his GPS suddenly showed the same road. Daniel turned onto 4. For the first few minutes, everything seemed normal. Then he noticed something strange. There were no streetlights, no houses, and no other vehicles. After several miles, Daniel saw a little girl standing beside the road. She was wearing an old-fashioned white dress. Daniel slowed down. The girl raised her hand. She was asking for help. But something felt wrong. Daniel looked into his mirror. The girl was no longer behind his truck. She was sitting inside the back seat. Daniel slammed on the brakes. He turned around. Nobody was there. Then he heard a tiny voice from behind him. You shouldn't have taken Road 61. Daniel froze. His headlights suddenly went out. When they came back on, the road was completely different. There were dozens of abandoned cars surrounding him. Some looked decades old, and every windshield had the same message written across it. Turn back. Daniel desperately tried to reverse, but when he looked behind his truck, there was no road, only a wall of darkness. Then his radio switched on by itself. A woman's voice whispered, "Another one has arrived." Daniel looked ahead. The little girl was standing in the middle of the road, but this time, her face was completely black. She slowly pointed toward the darkness. Daniel stepped on the accelerator and drove. The next morning, police found Daniel's truck abandoned beside an ordinary highway. There was no sign of Road 61, no missing road, no abandoned cars, and no little girl. But inside Daniel's truck, investigators found something disturbing. His phone had recorded the entire journey. The video showed Daniel driving alone. There was nobody in the truck. Nobody on the road.